Oh boy, I don't see this going anywhere good at all.
Boy, hey, I've been getting some people asking me how I do t-shirts. It's about as low tech as you get, but it's good fun. Kind of plays into the whole stencil, street art type of thing. It's sort of rustic. The ink goes on not so evenly, so it kind of gets this cool patina as it ages and gets washed over and over. So I'll run it through quick, go over my shoulder, and see if you dig it. We've got our stencil that we've got some spray adhesive on, and it's just a little bit sticky. It's been on there by maybe 4 or 5 minutes. It's probably a little overly sticky, but I'm kind of impatient, so we're just going to roll with it. Just going to center it on the collar as well as possible and give it just a couple of light taps. That way it's good and dead and flat. So then what I do is put a rag right next to that, because experience has taught me that to spill ink down here is bad, very bad. So this is just kind of a tamping block ink. This is screen printing ink, Speedball, good stuff, available craft stores anywhere else. And a little stiff stenciling brush. I like the stiff ones because what I'm trying to do is work the ink into the fabric. And I think that gives it some longevity as far as the washer goes and all that. So if you have any loose little bitties in the stencil, you want to make sure that those are attached well. So what I do is load up the brush with the ink and then tamp it out here so that I have some some evenness in the ink. You're not all blotchy. So you just kind of reload this block every once in a while and force it in there. Now you got to find the happy medium here. You want to force it in, but you don't want to force it underneath the stencil and screw up your design. So you're just kind of working it in there. I usually try to work the top part of it first so that I don't get my hand in it as I go. And then for the same reason, I usually work from left to right. But not like it's rocket science or anything. And you'll get some ink on the side of your brush, so you can just hit the side a little bit, kind of get some of that ink off of there. Force it in. You're not going to do anything too intricate with this method because it's just a little too caveman for that. But you do get kind of this cool handmade rustic type of look, and especially as it ages a little bit, it kind of, I don't know, it's cool. It's because it's definitely, you can tell it's definitely not screen printed because the ink's blotchier and more, I don't know, kind of handmade. I'm not afraid of that in any way, shape, or form in today's day and age. the board that I put inside the shirt is critical because I've tried to get away with that, and you get some bleed out to the back of the shirt because I'm really forcing this. You know, I'm pushing pretty hard to get this ink fully impregnated into the fabric of the shirt. Pretty happy with that. Seems to be pretty. If there's anything that's kind of, I usually will dry out the brush a little bit and then just try to get, like, you don't want puddles of ink in areas. And it also gives you another chance to see where you're a little too dry. Then I'm just going to hit this bottom real quick. Easy peasy, pretty much liking it. Get my goggles on here to see what I'm doing. Looks good. Okay, so be tidy, keep your ink dry or contained. And take this away. Now what you want to do is be careful how you peel this, because you want to make sure that no ink from the top of the stencil comes through. So you want to do this fairly easily, and you don't want to tear your stencil, of course, which you can do. I've done that. So this looks pretty decent. Now what I have done also in the past is come back in here and infill anything that's with a smaller brush. If you do that, you've got to really work. There's a little area here that's a little dry. So take this, and what you want to do is use this motion where you're working it. I don't know if you can see that, but you're working it into the fabric with the brush, because you don't want that to have a weak, adhesion to the fabric. There we go. Nice. Now we're just going to hit it with some heat. This is a paint stripper gun that I use. I think it goes to like 1100 degrees. So what I do is just keep that moving, because if you don't, it'll scorch this shirt. I think this helps the longevity of the ink. Got to really be careful that you don't burn this though, because I've done it. Doesn't take too long. Now I've got a couple of spots here that are heavy in ink, so what I'm going to do is just kind of pop those bubbles and move them towards the main body of the letter. Alright, so that's it. Pretty much straightforward. Put the glue on your stencil on the back side. Let it get sort of dry and pretty tacky. You don't have to do that every time. If you continue to use the stencil, 3 or 4 shirts, that'll continue to be tacky enough to keep it there while you stamp it in there. So do that. Make sure you get good coverage with your ink. Make sure you don't have a lot of puddles of ink in your stencil. Be careful when you pull your stencil off so you don't rip it and you don't get any ink on the shirt where you don't want it. Hit it with a heat source. I think hair dryer would would work well. Obviously, I don't have a hair dryer. I don't need one. Exactly. So anyway, it's good fun. I'll make another video and show you how I do the stencils. Again, real low key, total caveman stuff. It's just not hard. And the best way to do any of this stuff is to just get in and have a go at it, and you'll learn from your mistakes. I did. I trashed some t-shirts, I'll tell you that, big time. So all the best, good fun. Cheers.